Hello and welcome, everybody. This is the first show, the premiere of decentraLIVE, the crypto and blockchain show streaming straight out of the Crypto Valley in Switzerland. I'm Owen McCall.
And I'm Tracy Traxler, and we've got an exciting show for you today. We'll be covering some fairly big topics, including Ethereum upgrades, institutional adoption, and crypto's steady infiltration of the public consciousness.
But first, let's talk financials. Here's a look at what happened in the crypto markets over the last week. As you can see, a bit of a dip back on Sunday for market cap. Trading volume, on the other hand, actually an increase. Okay, now on to the top 5, the big dogs of the cryptocurrency world. Overnight movement, we're seeing solely Ethereum seeing green, with Bitcoin, XRP, EOS, and Litecoin all losing slight points of valuation. Now on to the biggest gainers in the last 24 hours. Binance Coin leading the charge, nearly 17% up. Hats off to CZ & Co. Great job. The rest following suit: Huobi, Bitcoin SV, Tron, and Steam. The biggest losers now. We've got Bitcoin Gold overnight dropping nearly 13%, with Ravencoin, Maker, Verge, and Theta all following suit to varying degrees. Now, it's been a big week for Ethereum in their quest to move from a proof-of-work system to a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. It's going to be baby steps for Vitalik and friends, however, as this transition is going to happen via a series of interim upgrades rather than all at once. Now, an upgrade occurred last week, Thursday, February 28th, and it's got a super catchy name: Constantinople/St. Petersburg. More on that later. Now, this upgrade occurred at block number 7,280,000, and it consists of 4 Ethereum improvement proposals, EIPs for short. Now, the first of these proposals, what it does is basically reduces the cost or amount of gas necessary in order to execute certain transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, the next 3, what they do is allow for Ethereum developers to build further functionality into the Ethereum virtual machine, and by doing so, increase the efficiency of the entire system. The Ethereum virtual machine, some of us need a refresher. Here we go. What it is basically is the runtime environment for the coded set of instructions which dictate how Ethereum operates as a network. It works like this. On the top level, we've got smart contracts coded in a language called Solidity. Now, Solidity is basically the closest thing we get to something actually understandable. What happens next? Solidity is fed into a compiler, which transforms it into something called bytecode, which the Ethereum virtual machine can then read and execute onto the blockchain. Now, for those non-tech inclined of us out there, bytecode looks something similar to the Matrix screensaver you probably had on your PC back in 1999. A big old string of numbers and letters parading across your screen and reminding you that you probably should have studied something important in university like computer science instead of sociology. But hey, Mom, I'm live on the internet, so you know. Now, this upgrade occurred last week, like I said, February 28th, but it was actually supposed to happen back in January. So what happened? You know, it's funny because the Ethereum core development team is even on record saying that Constantinople is primed to be the least eventful hard fork in the history of Ethereum. However, much like the claim of a cheating spouse on the Maury show, the lie detector determined that was a lie. A Swiss smart contract auditing company called Chain Security, they found a bug in the implementation, which, if exploited by a nefarious actor, would have allowed for something called a re-entrancy attack on some of the smart contracts. You can think of a re-entrancy attack as sort of akin to a double spending attack. Now, and if you remember back in 2016, this is exactly what happened on the now infamous DAO hack. So I had the chance to sit down with Chain Security CTO Hubert Ritzdorf to get his take on the issue.
In this situation, smart contracts that were previously secure could have now become insecure because they were in a different rule set all of a sudden. Attacks that weren't possible before became possible now. A lot of technical things had to happen quite fast afterwards, and that all went really well. So yeah, I was really impressed with that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why this upgrade has 2 names, Constantinople/St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg just refers to the deletion of the buggy code found by Hubert and company back in January. Now, moving on. Though still in its infancy, 2019 has already proven to be a banner year for crypto and blockchain, especially when it comes to adoption. Now, on the institutional side of things, we've got traditional exchanges, including NASDAQ, moving towards listing indices of both Bitcoin and Ethereum, with plans to do the same for XRP in the near future. Banks too getting in on the action, especially JP Morgan and their recent launch of the JPM stablecoin, which will reportedly be used internally to settle securities issuances and also as a replacement for international wire transfers for large institutional clients. Now, there's more to this story, as back in 2017, Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, was notoriously anti-crypto, even going as far as to say that any employee of his caught trading Bitcoin would be fired for being, quote, stupid. Well, it seems like this little birdie has changed his tune. Now, JP Morgan, not the only bank getting in on the action. Liechtenstein's Bank Frick, known here in the Swiss crypto startup world as basically the only place that would hook up an account, they've recently launched a platform for institutional investors. Now, I had the chance to sit down with two of the guys from the bank to find out a little bit more about what makes Frick tick.
The project actually, it's called DLT Markets, and we are kind of a direct market access broker, which is at the moment not being in the market yet. We include all major platform players, including big banks, hedge funds, exchanges, to be part of the business and to trade in a fully regulated environment.
A big problem for a lot of institutional clients at the moment is that they need to deal with unregulated crypto exchanges. And that's where we as Bank Frick jump in and say, look, we are a fully regulated bank. We can offer that full service, and we take the liquidity from the exchanges itself.
Now that's the institutional side of things covered. Tracy, what's happening in the public sphere?
Well, of course, it's great to see financial institutions recognize the potential and value of blockchain. Most of the time when a technology like this manages to see beyond the confines of someone's garage, the ultimate hope is to make it as accessible to as many people as possible. Let's take the example of the internet, which didn't really gain traction with the public until Tim Berners-Lee and companies like AOL jumped on board and began providing services that made the technology accessible to the everyman. Just imagine if the internet would have remained strictly a playground for the military or a tool for academic research. Where would we be uploading our selfies or posting career-ending tweets or picking up our next disappointing Tinder date? Which, by the way, is there an underreported t-shirt shortage that no one's told me about? But I digress. So obviously institutions play an important part in the adoption process, but mainstream adoption requires the technology to move beyond institutions and enter the public consciousness. This then leads us to ask the question, to what extent has blockchain managed to become relevant to the average person in 2019? In other words, do people care? Well, recent research suggests that for one group in particular, it certainly does seem to be the case. A 2018 survey of affluent millennials found that an impressive 25% are currently using or currently hold cryptocurrencies, and 31% are interested in using cryptocurrencies. Perhaps most impressive, however, is that 74% believe that blockchain and technologies like it will help improve the global financial system. So why does this matter? Well, as the largest generation in history, millennials possess an unprecedented amount of purchasing power, and companies are already capitalizing and jumping in to capitalize on millennial interest in crypto and blockchain. Samsung recently revealed their Galaxy S10 smartphone, which comes equipped with a cryptocurrency wallet. And Walmart is now in the process of piloting a fully transparent on-chain food supply system, which will help improve the way that it tracks its products and help manage food safety. But perhaps the coolest is the fact that back in 2018, Burger King Russia unveiled their new rewards program, which consists of the so-called Whopper coin, and finally provides Russians everywhere with a stable currency. But now, don't take our word for it. We decided to take our investigation into public awareness a step further. So our man Tim hit the streets of Seoul, South Korea to find out just how much people really know about blockchain.
We're here in Myeongdong, Seoul, and we're going to ask some people on the street about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, and let's see what they know. What was the first item that Bitcoin was traded for? A, pizza, B, a computer, or C, a sandwich?
B, computer. A, pizza.
Sandwich.
Pizza. Oh, correct. All right. Yeah, not bad. Easy money. What is the technology that Bitcoin was built on? Was it A, Chainlink, B, Bedrock, or C, blockchain?
C blockchain. C blockchain.
Blockchain.
I don't know. C? Blockchain?
C.
C, blockchain?
Yes.
It is correct. Yeah. There you go. Woo. What is the name of the participants that validate transactions for certain cryptocurrencies? Is it A, holders, B, miners, or C, checkers?
This one's hard. I'll go for A, C, checker.
It's gonna be
B minus?
Miners.
B miners? B miner is correct. Yeah.
B.
B miners? Correct. Yes, Joa. Okay, last question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Where is the crypto valley? Is it A, San Diego, USA, B, St. Petersburg, Russia, or C, Zug, Switzerland?
I'm gonna guess C.
Switzerland.
I'll say Switzerland.
C, Switzerland is correct, man. Awesome.
Let's go C.
C, Zug, Switzerland?
Yeah, C.
I'm sorry, but you're correct.
What?
I swear to you. I swear.
We're looking this up later.
Go look it up.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
What?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Is that the easiest 20,000 won you ever got?
Yes.
Life.
Whoa. Did you guys catch that? Stop the tape. Play that back. Unreal. Are we in the Twilight Zone here or what? Anyways, big ups to South Korea. Amazing job, guys. But I bet some of you out there think that you can do even better. Let us know in the comments the city you want us to visit next, and we'll make it happen.
That's it from us. Thanks so much for joining, and make sure to tune in next time as we come back to bring you the hottest stories in crypto and blockchain.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, catch up with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next time.